The following portion of Mass Appeal is sponsored by PeoplesBank.
There is a grant available to local farmers to benefit projects that are beyond their financial reach. Cari Carpenter, director of the Local Farmer Awards, Sarah Voiland, co-owner of Red Fire Farm, and Matt Bannister, senior vice president of corporate responsibility with PeoplesBank, are all here with me to talk about the importance of the Local Farmer Awards. How are you all today?
Great.
Excellent.
Doing very well.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
It's great to have you here. Cari, what are these awards and how beneficial are they really?
Thank you. So the Local Farmer Awards was the brainchild of Harold Grinspoon, who's a local philanthropist who understood that farmers are so essential to our economy and our local food supply, and yet they struggle to make ends meet. And they don't always have the extra funds for projects that really have to be done on the farm. So he launched this program 10 years ago. Immediately, Big Y joined us as a partner. And later, organizations like PeoplesBank and other funders, our recent partner, the Mass Society for Promoting Agriculture. And so to date, over these 10 years, we have funded 672 projects on 360 farms.
Wow.
For a total of $1.5 million. So,
wow, that's incredible work.
Thank you.
And why would you say it is so important for these farmers?
Well, clearly the farmers struggle and need our whole community buying the produce, and this is a way that Harold had in mind that it could help them with this long list of projects that they have. And these projects have to be for things such as planting, growing, harvesting, and processing. So it's very concrete pieces of equipment that they can purchase with the help of our grants that we offer to make these improvements on their farm.
And Sarah, have you been able to use some of these grants?
Yes, we've been very lucky to be able to get 4 different projects funded through the system, and one of them, is like a net to go over our blueberry bushes that keeps the birds out, and it can save like more than 50% of the crop.
Wow!
And we wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of the Local Farmer Awards. We've also gotten most recently a little machine manufactured to help us seed our corn, because for organic growing you need to put in transplants to be ahead of the weeds and not have to use herbicides. So we made this little machine at a shop in Hadley, or South Hadley, that designed it and got it built through the awards as well.
And it seemed like these are projects that are crucial to the work that you do, but could be more on the pricey end. So it makes sense that you would need that help. But again, it's so important to what you do every day.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a small thing that really will save us a lot of time, but that we don't have the funds to put in our own investment in. But then, like, we got a paper pot transplanter for our greenhouses that allows us to plant like 6 times faster than by hand.
Wow.
It just runs along this cool little machine and strings the plants out right into the ground as you go along, and saves us a whole ton of time and gives us beautiful winter greens that we can all eat and share with the community.
Absolutely, and it is such a big part of Western Mass here. So Matt, why did PeoplesBank want to get involved?
Well, so it's November now, and there's a lot of talk of Small Business Month and support small businesses, and the farmers are the epitome of small business, and sometimes they get overlooked in that, that it's not a local shop or a storefront. It's the farmers. They are so important to the community, so it's great for us to be able to support a whole swath of industry, if you will, within the valley as well. Buy local is so important, and buy local food is even more important, and so we are big supporters.
And you brought some food with us here today. Is this all from your farm, Sarah?
Yep, this is all from our farm,
Wow.
freshly harvested. We've got the Brussels sprouts on the stalk, which is how they grow, but not many people get to see them that way. We love to bring some of those to our farmers markets and have them out so people can see how the plant looks out in the field, and then get to eat the food from it.
And people benefit from the food, but like you said, there's a learning aspect of it too. When you're walking around these farmers markets and talking to maybe someone like you get to learn about how the food is grown and where it's coming from, after or before you eat it, where it comes from.
Yep, right.
Yeah. So Cari, if there is someone watching right now who may be thinking, I could absolutely benefit from this. Are you looking for applicants? Do they apply? You know, how can they go about getting the grant?
Yes, thank you. So our application is open every January 1st through 31st. My directive was keep it simple, so we've created a simple application. So I would say if any of your viewers know of a farmer that they have met at a farmer's market or a farm stand, make sure to tell them about this. We think there's about 900 farmers in the 4 counties of Western Mass for which our program supports that would be eligible. They have to have at least $10,000 in sales, but there's a lot of farms that could potentially benefit. And we just hear over and over from the farmers that these are game changers. That's the phrase they use. It's just that little bit of extra help. They contribute some of their own money to the projects, but it's just a little bit of extra to get them over the top.
And Sarah, you can probably agree to that, experiencing it firsthand.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, there's so many things that we can use help with on the farm, and just these little grants help us get over that finish line of putting it into action and then making the change for our staff to have an easier time, and very, very appreciated.
Now, these awards, is there a ceremony, or are they just given to the farmers? How does that work?
Well, the application is open in January, then we have a review process to select the strongest ones. And then we have checks in the mail to farmers. So we don't do anything formal as a ceremony or that early in the season, because we want them to be able to start purchasing the stuff for the growing season.
Sure.
We then get them together for an event in the late fall, just to kind of just show our genuine appreciation for everything they do for our community.
So is there a website where they can find that application?
Yes, they can. If they go to farmerawards.org, they can get all the information that they need to go forward.
Perfect. Thank you all for joining me today. Great work, you know, you as a farmer that you're doing for our community, and also providing these grants for the farmers of our community. Matt, as always, it's good to see you. So I thank you for all joining me today. It's great talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The preceding portion of Mass Appeal was sponsored by PeoplesBank. For more information, visit bank@peoples.com.